It has been revealed that between December 7 and July 2010, the Federal Reserve, the US government, gave tens of trillions of dollars to banks behind the taxpayer backs. This all occurred through 11 special lending facilities set up by the Federal Reserve in 21,000 transactions. This money does not even include the 700 billion TARP funds. The aggregate amount given out is in the tens of trillions of dollars. The term auction and primary credit facilities gave out $13 trillion itself. Here are some of the recipients. Goldman Sachs, 600 billion, Merrill Lynch, 35 billion, General Electric, 15 billion, Deutsche Bank, approximately 900 million, AIG got 40% of the money. This entire crisis is caused by capitalism. This entire mess, no matter how much everybody wants to deny it and just say it's the government's fault. This is the supposed virtue of selfishness. This is the profit motive that without it, they wouldn't even be able to wake up in the morning without. This is greed. This is the result of a system based on greed and exploitation. No amount of screaming and crying that this is government intervention, this wouldn't happen if it was a state. That's not capitalism. This is capitalism. Greed, selfishness. It is very typical to take one little tiny supposed benefit of selfishness and then call selfishness a virtue. There's this other 99.9% of greed that is a harmful, deadly thing, and you just pretend it doesn't exist. This is what it does. This is greed. This is the free market. Okay? And much you want to scream, oh, it's the government giving handouts. This is a free market. This is what you get when things are put into the hands of private individuals to sell for profit. This whole crisis happened as a result of deregulation. So therefore, if you do more deregulation, things won't go bad. It's idiotic. The term free market is such bullshit. People say it so that it'll conjure up these wonderful ideas about mom and pop convenience stores and, shoe salesmen, on the end of the block. If that were reality. But it's not. This is the free market. This is the free and voluntary exchange between individuals. This is the free market. This is what it does to people. Because even if you didn't have a state, massive amounts of greed like this, not in this form, but this greed, would happen. This is the result of letting the rich run things. Well, maybe more accurately, this is the result of having a rich. Do not give me this, it's the government's fault. That's not capitalism. Complete garbage. There are other countries where there are governments and this doesn't happen. I don't know, maybe you remember this little country called the Soviet Union or Cuba, and their banks didn't give out $20 trillion to private businesses because private businesses didn't exist. Well, they existed in very, very small forms, but they didn't have a rich elite that was taking all the money and giving it to themselves. Stop blaming the government for what your people do. I know I say your people because you're not capitalists. You're low-level minimum wage nobodies just like us. And you're just acting like you'd all of a sudden become this virtuous, rich elite person if the state mysteriously disappeared. No. This is the same idiotic mentality behind people don't kill people, guns kill people. Well, the government is the gun. And you're completely ignoring the person holding the gun, and that's the rich. The government can do good or government can do bad. Just whenever it does, and you're just blaming the government for when it does things for capitalists. It's a capitalist country. It's going to do things for capitalists. Are you insane? This is also very, very typical. We don't have $60 billion to extend the unemployment benefits of the people that we screwed over during the recession. But we've got tens of trillions to help out those who have not just already have the means to help themselves, but have already helped themselves to whatever they want. It's very, very typical, screaming and crying, "We can't spend $60 billion to help people. That would be wrong. That's communism." You know what? Maybe helping people is communism. And apparently the opposite is helping the rich. This is capitalism. How can anyone even defend it after this? Tens of trillions of dollars were stolen from the American public by the so virtuous, greedy people, and you're left with nothing. Why the hell are you still defending the system that they believe in? How can you still support capitalism after this? The worst part is, Americans aren't going to do anything about this. Absolutely not. They're going to sit there and watch goddamn American Idol or some other piece of crap, or go watch WWE or watch a football game, and the only people that are going to say anything is the insanity party that's just going to be screaming for a black president to be lynched. They're going to get off absolutely scot-free because the American public won't do anything about it.